fix my hair. Goth girl problems. This is the 50 random facts tag. I was not tagged for this, but you know, I tagged myself. And I have them all written down because trying to think of 50 things off the top of my head, not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna read through these, hopefully quickly. So this won't be a 4-hour long video. Let's begin. 1. I won't say all the numbers and everything. I'll just probably put them in somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. I was born without a heartbeat. I am very nearsighted and I have astigmatism in both eyes, hence the spectacles. I've been a singer in a band twice. Not famous bands, you wouldn't know them. Just like with friends and whatever when I was a teen. When I was 10, I fractured a small bone in my right hand and had to wear a neon pink cast on my arm for a few weeks. I spent 6th grade in the US in an American public school in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Obviously, English is my second language. I do not live in my hometown anymore. I used to bite my nails a lot, and as of right now, I've been clean from that for about 6 months. Let's see. I spent 4 years in university studying 2 different majors, but I don't have a degree. I never graduated. Let's see. If you're wondering, by the way, I studied art history and English lit. I can watch the movies and TV series I love over and over and over again without problems at all. My favorite movies I've seen upwards of 200 plus times. So, I discovered my creative side while in high school. My dream job would be something that's art oriented or creative oriented, and it would be a mix up of different things like both painting, photography, movie making, makeup for movies, all kinds of stuff all rolled into one big like ball of a job. That's me. I don't do that for a living, I'm sad to say. I'm older than I look, and I get carded everywhere all the time. I always go for the DVD or Blu-ray in these days, with the most behind the scenes type footage and extras and bonus material, because I want to know how things are made when I buy a movie or a TV series. I have various allergies and intolerances. When I was 4, my family and I drove from Norway to Crete, which is a Greek island. And on that trip we drove all the way through Europe. And other countries I've visited so far is Canada, twice at least. I've been to the US several times, including 1 day spent in Mexico, in Tijuana. I've been to Sweden, Denmark, Spain, Portugal, China, Japan. I've had layovers in England a few times, and I've traveled all over Norway. I'm terrified of snakes, but I find them fascinating. I prefer Apple Macintosh computers, but I can use a Windows-based computer just the same, just as well. I know the basics of firearm safety and also marksmanship. As a child, I suffered from chronic ear infections for 10 years, which made me half deaf half the time. I prefer silver colored jewelry to gold colored jewelry. I am bipolar, and I have phobias which have a tendency to aggravate and trigger my panic disorder. Much fun. I have experimented a lot with my hair growing up, and I've had a lot of different colors and stuff put in, but I've also had various haircuts and hairstyles, including an undercut, dreads, like tiny ones. I've had a death hawk, and I've had a completely shaved head. It's hair, it just grows back. So, let's see. I used to have piercings. I used to have two in each earlobe, with the bottom hole stretched to 4 millimeters. What that would be in American sizing, I have no clue, but I'll try to find out. And I used to have two in my lip. I used to have a center one, a so-called elaborate piercing, and also one on the right side. And I don't know if you can see the scar, but I still have the scars from them. Okie dokie. On the body mode note, I currently have one tiny tattoo. It's this tiny tattoo, and I hope to get many more. That was the first of 2 sheets of paper. When I talk to native speakers of English, especially English, it happens with other, like Norwegian and stuff too, but especially in English, I don't mean to do it, so I would say it's subconsciously something I do, but I subconsciously start to emulate how the person is talking. So if I talk to someone from Australia, I will start sounding more and more like an Australian for some reason. As a child, I had a pet cat who lived to be 18 years old, and I love cats, and I will do almost anything for the chance to pet one. Let's see, I've done modeling for friends. I say modeling because I'm not a model by any means. But I had friends who did photography as a hobby and for school, and they sometimes used me as a model. So, yeah. Let's see, I almost always keep my phone with the monster from Frankenstein on it. I almost always keep my phone on silent or vibrate, just because. I've done martial arts, horseback riding, and I've played basketball. I started drinking coffee when I was 11, and I still take it the same way. Black, no milk, no sugar. Let's see. When I was a kid, I would read a lot. As an adult, however, I don't read enough. I don't have a driver's license yet, and I cannot drive a car. When I was 3 years old, I told people I wanted to be a paleontologist. Wow, that's a mouthful. Paleontologist, yeah. And I did know what that meant because some friends of the family, I think a friend of my dad's or something, he was an archaeologist, and I told him because he asked, okay, when you grow up, what do you want to be? And I said, paleontologist. And then he just looked at me and asked, do you know what that is? And I looked him straight in the eye and told him, it's kind of what you do, only instead of digging up old pottery things and stuff, I dig up old dinosaur bones. Yeah, I was that kind of kid. I also told people my name was Lars. Lars, as it's pronounced in Norway, which is a boy's name, by the way. And I have no idea why I did this, but at the time I had long, like down to my butt, long blonde hair. And this was in the 80s, so I guess people were kind of like, oh, hippie parents with a long-haired boy. But for some reason I would tell people my name is Lars. Let's see. I tend to discover things I know now love late, or later than most people. Such as I adore the Sandman graphic novels, and I adore Twin Peaks, the TV series and movie. But I discovered both of those things at least, in while I was in university. So while most people would discover those types of things in their teens, I was like in my 20s. Horrendous spelling and shitty grammar is my #1 pet peeve. Yes, it is. And because of that, I tend to apologize in advance to anyone I meet for my own. I never fit in anywhere. I'm always the oddball out. If given the choice, I pick boots over shoes. I prefer moths over butterflies. Did I skip any? I don't think I did. In Norway, I'm considered short at 5'6". When I lived in the US, I was a few inches taller than almost everyone else around me. I love girly, cute, pink, fluffy things like Hello Kitty and My Little Pony. I've had French for 6 years in school, mais je ne parle pas français. If an item of clothing has a skull, a skeleton, a bat, several bats, or spider webs on them, I will wear it. I have to listen to some music every single day, even if it's just like 1 or 2 songs. I have to listen to some music every day, every single day. I have a tendency to obsess about things I like. I am a master of online shopping, which includes being on Etsy and eBay and Store Envy and all that stuff. And if I want something, like if I want a specific pair of shoes, say, I will go on a massive hunt and I will find those shoes and I will get them. And the last one, I function better at night. So if I don't have to get up early for work and whatever, like over the holidays and vacation and all that stuff, my body wants to sleep between 4 a.m. and 12 noon.